I didn't realize my mic was off. YouTube. YouTube. Oh, it sucks mining on tree. Mining a tree. That's why it takes long, like 2,000 hours. What? Fish. That's industrial foregoing. Thanks. How does this even work? As for you, so the lays. There's my pack has this. Sewage. Quark. I love putting 1.2 map packs into Curse Forge. If you see this, I'm not gonna upload it. I don't know, maybe transmutation table. Pretty much what it does is, look at this. See that EMC thingy? That's its value. I have to have two the let's say I have like 11 dirt actually. Well, then normally the stone axe. You know, how much EMC does an axe? 11. If I get 11 dirt, you gonna die. Seed. Okay, hold up. Okay, my mom left the room. All you know is that it glows pretty much. Well, I can't place it though. That was duh. That's charged. Yeah, so shocking to see charged sodas. What the? What? Oh. What? What's this? Aluminum. We got 2. WMC. Okay, I just need another lot. Keep missing my shots. Look at my attacks. Oh my god, lag spike. Run. Redstone unlocked. Look, I'm getting ores. Oh, look at this diamonds. And a vein. Why? Why have me play to an entire map pack that I'm never play again? You have the best resources everywhere. Not uranium, so at least we get 1 diamond. Ooh, diamond tools. Another recipes. Arcane crafter. Oh, 82, yeah. Charge. No. Charge does not have EMC. Thankfully, that's just something called charger. I love going to the cave with no tools. Naturally, I just went to a cave with no tools. Let's see. That's the only Spanish I know. Where am I? 2 blocks far, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. What's this? What? I gotta take this though. No. Electrolyte. Oh, I know what this is. Wrong tool. Oh my gosh, dude. I forgot to change the thumbnail. I got the entire thing. Especially here. Oh, is he AFK again? Like, not sure. Is he AFK again? Toilet. Oh, that's what I'm saying. cone. Are you supposed to go now, or is it tomorrow? Nothing, like no school. Oh, Pro had to go. I have to fight a whole zombies while I have a single piece of 2 chances. They're stuck. Haha, bozo. Now I need a mine from obsidian. Ow. When you bucket. Got a lemon. Got this random source of water I found. Hurry up! Get down! Oh! I lagged, and it didn't hit. There. Now you're dead. Oh, fucking jumpers. Stop trying to jump. Here's an aluminum ore. Anyway, back to mining some dumb shit for nothing. Give me obsidian. Ice bucket challenge. Deal. 250 stacks. 182,000. What's the cheapest thing? Mysterious magnet. Tier 4 above is God. We want to make EMC farms because, like I said, EMC. We don't need a. I'm only keeping my wooden tool because it's my very first tool. I can only eat dumb stuff. Oh! Fool. Hey. What the fuck? Oh, lemon. That's complete darkness there. Oh, I have this rotten flesh. We have force field. Very yum yum. Like actually this is my only food source. Garden flash. I'm gonna eat one very too bad. Yeah, more. as exchanges, so I was searching for Skibid if there was any. I'm gonna play the map pack as vanilla. You can take it as speed or solo. But AE2 is actually changed because I made it even better for me. Why? Because I hate normal AE2. Now I have AE2 stuff. That's this. Oh yeah, that's AE2 unofficial extended life because yes. Why? Because yeah, I just fell down a hole. Like a one black hole. Man, these game generations are so funny. Hey. I'm saying, I will bring one more for the safety. Also known as duping actually. One of my actual Tekken 2 survival, which I don't have it launched by, quietly lock these guys in. What the hell? I'm so gonna die by lava. Who the fuck are you? Are you passive? Or the two, I don't know. There's another version of them. Is that Fox? You look ugly. Oh, he's beautiful. Fur. Elephants? I to be honest, just thought I'm a progress because yes. Yeah, 52 The fuck is this? I'm not playing Plants vs. Planets. Coffee sugar. Something just fell on me. Also known as a lamp. All of a sudden, urge to play FTV Ultimate. For the answers inside of every page. Why do I have 5 views? Who's leaving and joining? Code, is it you? Boom. I think he has to go. That's good. Maybe. Cookie. Methane. 64 cookies. Yeah, I know it's, let's see. Obsidian, clay. Okay. Okay. What is this with 4 lapis? Can lapis be animated? Yes, because of a bee. The thing is, copper ingot from not this one. Don't. Not Industricraft 2. Have a wait. Which mod is it? No, wait. Which mod is it? Is it Nuggets? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's RP base, also known as a power base. Use tin and electrum. Tiny power tungsten. So we're gonna need a lava pump. We're gonna need riches. I'm gonna get a better wall. Veg. No, back then, what the... What? Okay, if we get diamonds in 2 seconds. How am I gonna get diamonds after go commit with set seeds? It's just a church. Robert. Lava. My stomach hurts for some reason, and I have the urge to instantly leave. A E I I. One, two, three, basic math. What the? Nobody wants attention. What do you want attention? Yes, sir. Even when life is tough. Cone. What? Why? I'm gonna stop this code. I restarted Discord, that's what I said. Okay, so when life is tough, only one or two. This is how it goes. And he's like, huh? Please, swim to a big man. What's a huge one? What kind of music is this? Oh, literally. Oh, seriously. Man. Eggman. G. Objection! Tina. Just calm down. Usa malitoso, usa malitoso, usa malitoso, sí. Be fantastic. Sigma de mi iglesia. ¡No peta! You take your block. And the song I played with the analyzer. As oh, we're going with this. Announcements, please. Don't eat yachts in Kai Santa's home. Don't eat yachts. Just kidding. Yachts. Breathe through the hole through a shake sign. Knows that sound like Riz, you balling. Yachts. Breathe through the hole through a shake sign. Knows that sound like Riz, you balling. Yachts. Breathe through the hole through a shake sign. Knows that sound like Riz, you balling. Yachts. Breathe through the hole through a shake sign. Knows that sound like Riz, you balling. 7.
Hey guys, well, random hangout here. Random hangout, but I'm also in the town now. I just wanted to thank you all so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. This video is all for all of you guys. You guys are awesome. You definitely deserve this. So thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I just want to, I make other content as well. If you want to look at just like movie content, like front-end filming content, subscribe to the channel. If you like how weird Christmas, more clips before, you can check out my
I like that it's something.
If you want,
Yes, of everything. Get the laugh of this dude. I think the first two says, I just want my please play the block.
And also, by the way, all the credits for this. Yeah, that's really it. I don't really have that much else to say, but thank you guys so much for all the support throughout this week. I really appreciate it.
Habibi. Salam alaikum. Wow. Welcome. Lula lilai. Oh. Oh.
Big Mac, cheeseburger, 72-piece chicken nugget, a large diet Coke, 2 trillion Big Macs, 7 quintillion nuggets, 7,000 pump sweet sauce. Yes, that's what they said in French. I don't know why. I only know that in French. And 2 quintillion mayonnaise sauce or mustard sauce. No.
Dirty kid.
I know. Not anything you need to think, fish.
Welcome back. Today, we are going to harness the power of the core. And the first thing we are going to need is some Tiberium. This can be obtained on Ross's moon, which requires a tier 5 rocket. We quickly craft it and then launch to our new adventure. Once we arrive at the new destination, the first thing we notice is how fast the day passes here. And, after some prospecting, we quickly find some Tiberium. After collecting some of it, we quickly craft the new fuel rods. Then, after doing a backup, we try to see how it behaves inside a nuclear reactor. And it looks like our current system can barely handle those rods. The real issue is that, due to the huge heat produced by such fuel, if our coolant system were to fail, the reactor will instantly evaporate. To contain the mess in case of explosion, we can add some reactor platings. Or, by adding enough heat capacity plates, we can make our reactor able to tank up to 4 seconds of exposure to such powerful fuel. And that should be enough time for our thermal protection to trigger. And thus, we came up with this design, where there are 6 rods, each with 4 dedicated coolant cells. The power output is 600,000 EU per tick, doubling what we had before. However, that didn't last long. It looks like some heat managed to escape to the reactor hull and triggered our thermal protection. And the culprit seems to be our underpaid vacuum freezer, which is still working only on MV wage. So, we gave it a rise to EV. However, our power balance is now negative again, so we must find a more powerful design. And, after some crafting, we can finally use the 4T rod's famous one. This configuration is extremely dangerous, because there is nothing saving our base if the reactor were to run with a too low amount of coolant. To do a quick test, we are going to run the reactor for a second with the help of a button and a screwdriver. And here we can see that our coolant took quite the hit from just that small run. We can do a second push, and see that we are already over half of the coolant, but the power output is really high. Now we shall try to find a way of automating that thing. To do so, we need 3 buttons and lamps. The first one will run the reactor. The second one will extract the coolant. And it appears that this is going to need more than a push to finish its job. Once the exhaust is out, we can use the third button to insert new fresh coolant cells. Managing to automate cells that get burned up so fast is going to be too risky and hard, so we shall instead switch to some bigger ones. The issue is that those require flux T electron, which has to be cooked in a ZPM trinium coil DBF. And trinium coils require a ZPM assembler. Since we already have all the requirements, we quickly rush the ZPM assembler, which we use to upgrade our volcanoes, thus allowing for the crafting of the best coolant cells. Now that we have better coolant, we can start using levers instead of buttons. We carefully turn on the reactor and watch as it works. And, when we turn it off, some fire happens. Fear not, that was just our thin cable that couldn't handle the power output of our reactor. We shall switch to the only cable capable of handling so many amps, superconductor 16X. Once the new cable is in place, we can go back to our tests and move to stage 2, extracting the used coolant. Finally, in the third stage, we insert new fresh coolant and we are ready for another iteration of the loop. However, that is not how we are going to do it. We want it to be automatically managed by a timer. But we can't be careless and just directly connect it. We will want to have some extra sensors, namely, something that stops the thing if we run out of coolant. After some fiddling, we set up a system that will output a signal if we have less than a change of cells. While at it, we also add a lever to manually shout down the reactor. Then we connect everything up. And it was finally time to let that thing run on its own. Since one whole iteration takes 7 seconds, we can speed it up by 7 times. And now there are 2 main issues. The first one is that we are not receiving the power output, which turned out to be a limitation of the plug of our battery. This setup is making 150 amps and we could only absorb spikes of 80. The second issue is that this setup is not going to produce our 150 amps LUV constantly but only 1/4 of the time. Now, exactly like a 4-strokes engine, that is okay if we have a light load with some inertia, but not when we need a lot of power. So, to make a good nuclear engine, we are going to need 3 more cylinders filled with cylinders of enriched nacquarter. That required a lot of Tiberium. And here came the realization, cooking all the tungsten steel for those cylinders is going to take quite some time. Too much time. To do that in a reasonable amount of time, we shall have a bigger blast furnace. That thing is going to cook our tungsten steel twice as fast, but it is also making way more pollution. Also, we are now using more power than what our single 4-strokes reactor can make. And after some time, we finally managed to finish our inline 4 engine. Now, let's see in the details how that thing works. Every reactor has the same setup of the one we had before. However, we changed the working conditions and the 4 reactors have a 90 degrees phase offset. The new condition is that, instead of just checking the coolant level, we have a red wire that will allow for running. That red wire is the output of an AND gate of a lever, our coolant level and our battery level. For both the levels, we have an RS latch that will allow for smoother working. And we wait up to 30 seconds before re-enabling the reactors if we run low on coolant. And, since the coolant is swapped even if the reactor doesn't run, we can filter the unused cells to not go through the vacuum freezer. That's how the setup works with a 7x speed up. And, while that thing can keep our batteries well charged up, we can do even better. We can do so by using a more optimal fuel layout. In this configuration, each rod has exactly 3 nearby rods and 1 coolant cell, that way, the fuel is pushed to the maximum. Also, every coolant cell has exactly 1 rod to cool, making it last the longest time possible. That will also lead to cells taking all the exact same damage, making it possible to easily filter them out of the reactor when they reach critical damage. Finally, we can fill the reactor with enough heat capacity plates to make it able to withstand the loss of 1 cell. Meaning that we can try to automate the cell swap while the reactor runs. And, for more ease, we must ensure all the cells are at a different damage level, so that only one has to be replaced or can fail every reactor tick. And it was then that I was unsure if it was an error or not following error's advice. Anyways, this setup seems to make quite enough power. And to finish off, we add a condition that will turn on the reactors only when our battery reaches a quarter of charge. And that is quite some toggling. But, with such a setup, there is no need for latches. Anyways, I think we have fixed the power issues for at least 1 episode. See you.
Rear tech. That's it. Yeah, by the looks of it, this thing... Oh, wow, okay. This one goes all the way up. Close dome. Interesting. It's great right there as well. Raised bed. Do you mind? Oh, that's nice of him. He gave me a little bit more leather, which I think just went into my deep null thing. Yeah, there is leather. I should probably take stuff out of here. Can we not take the last one out? I don't know how you do this, but... Okay, well. All good. We got a decent amount of leather there. Thank you, mate. Anyway, sorry, we were talking about Agricraft. Now, Agritech, sorry, not Agricraft. Agritech, I believe, is a bit like botany pots from back in the day. So you can plant stuff in it, and it will just grow things for you. I think. Don't quote me on that one because I'm not exactly sure, but this is really good for us because it means that, well, with the Evolved mod as well, which I think is an add-on. So it's really cool. We got a mod and it's add-on straight away. I like that. But with that, what that means is we can probably set up, like, a tree farm really easily now.
Welcome back. Today we are going to work on the infinity infrastructure required to enter the UAV tier. Completing the relative quest was easy, but I think we are still not ready for the next tier. There are a lot of things we should fix in our base before going on. Starting from our lack of fuel. After fixing that, AE2 still doesn't have enough power for high-speed item transfers. But, instead of a better power plug, I think it's time to craft a neutronium energy cell. And that reminded us that we should probably fix our A2 cable mess. If that looked clean, it is only because that was the peer-to-peer network. We can't really fix that, but we can make it more manageable. Messing with that controller could halt our whole base, so we shall build a new one. The issue is that, if we were to use wireless cables like that, we would waste about half of the connections we can have. So, we will still have peer-to-peer connections. However, instead of managing those with cables and a huge sub-network, we just bring those where we have enough space to build a wall of wireless connectors. And there we have the first half of our poorly designed new controller. Not only it's not the optimal Hilbert curve version, it also has a whole wasting 900 channels. Anyways, we now have a nice wall of wireless connectors ready for use, to which we have to reconnect our whole base. Each peer-to-peer segment we had, one by one, and we are going to remove as many cables as possible, since those increase the game loading time. After reconnecting everything to the new controller, we can check how much of a mess it looks like. And the power usage seems to not even reach 1 ZPM. We didn't even need the neutronium energy cell. The next thing we are going to need is more circuits, and it looks like our VATs can't produce. Also, we can switch to a recipe that has 8 times more yield. However, that requires a bacteria which is rather hard to get. It takes 3 minutes with a 7% success rate. But we had 8 labs running that stuff for the whole last episode, so we got our back covered. By the way, there was a better way to duplicate bacteria boxes, but we're lazy. Now we just have to build a new set of VATs, stuff some of the code we already have in the output to kickstart it, and we are done. However, we also...
it will make its way down into the mycelial source link. Now, obviously, you want to be producing more source berries than are being consumed by the mycelial source link. Because we're playing all the mods 10, there are a ton of ways to accelerate the crop growth. One of my favourite ways is just by using a hoe and then using red fertilizer on top of it, placing your berries on top, and that will cause a lot more growth picks to happen on this crop here. Later game, you can also use a lily pad fertility, and this increases it by a lot. You will see very shortly. It also adds a lot more agronomic source link picks. Some other options include greenhouse glass by actually additions. One thing to note is that the mycelial source link will produce mycelium, and then will also produce mushrooms. If you're not careful, you might end up finding some of these mushrooms growing in your well. So just make sure you're aware of it. You can either pop buttons on top of it so it'll stop it growing, or you could just replace this with something like cobblestone. It just replaces grass and dirt with mycelium. You could even completely replace the Starbuncle here. So for example, I'm using a Celestia Gem hoe with the drops teleporter. I can then right click this, shift right click the barrel to bind it, and instead of using all this dirt over here, I can actually just get rid of our guy over here and replace it by just breaking that and popping a source berry on top. And that will then go straight into the barrel once it grows. And technically there's so many different upgrades you could do to it that I don't really feel like I can place this in any kind of place or even measure how successful this is. The main thing I want to stress is that you want to be producing as many source berries as possible, and if you ever get to a stage where you're producing so many, you can then start adding more and more mycelial source links with arcane pedestals to the side with more pipes around it like so. Around mid-game you can start using hydroponic beds and growing these source berries at a rapid rate over here. I couldn't find a way to get them into the garden cloches, so just be aware of that. That's one of the best ways that you can actually let them grow, if not using some of the growth acceleration stuff I showed off earlier. If you're producing enough source, you can also place a ritual brazier next to your source jar with a tablet of overgrowth, and this will grow the crops insanely fast as well. However, I wasn't actually able to produce enough source to maintain the tablet of overgrowth growing more than it was actually, using. But maybe in your testing you might find something different. So there we go, that's the source berry farm. It's not particularly productive as opposed to the snad farm that I showed off.
This is Millie Bobby Brown. Always.
Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Get in the car! We're leaving this town now! This is the car! Get in the car! We're leaving this town now! This is the car! Everyone, get in the car!
So you know.
We're leaving this town now! Get in the car! We're leaving this town now! This is the car! Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Welcome back. Now that our journey is complete, I think we could have a nice recap of our adventure. Our whole base is located in a single self-sufficient dimension. Here there is no rain, no mob spawn, and it's always day. We received this place as a reward when we built our first rocket, and this is the main building in the middle of our base. Here we have a screen that will show us the charge of our main battery, some monitor terminals to keep an eye on the amount of fuel, and some for the endgame stuff. Talking about storage and craftings, our main AE2 controller is right above us. To manage all of its channels in an easier way, we used a tight mix of peer-to-peer and wireless connectors to get all of the controller facades on a nice wall. We can see all of the channels with our network visualizer, but that doesn't really help us that much while working in that location. Here we also have all of our crafting CPUs. We have different sizes, but the biggest ones are those towers equipped with Singularity crafting storages. Those can hold crafting orders up to 8 exabytes. While we will never get close to that amount, they are helpful when doing huge orders that would otherwise need 2 big conventional CPUs. All of those CPUs are also doing some crafting self-started. Those are not from crafting cards or level limiters, but from level maintainers. With those it is easy to keep a stock of what we want and, when needed, request a craft with a specific batch size. Next to that we have our main generic storage. And, to manage all of those items, we ended up using the artificial universe storage cells. But this is just our main AE2 system which mostly manages on-demand craftings. The patterns for the stuff we use in huge amounts have all been multiplied a lot, and, instead of using interfaces, we input materials directly inside the machines with the embedded crafting buffers. Those are blocks that can be used when building the mid to late game multi-blocks. And, when we craft huge amounts of early game materials, we can see that the main limitation is integer 32, and that we can process those amounts of items in a single tick. Also, you can now guess how we ended up needing 8 exabyte storage crafting units. This was our main AE2 network, but not the only one. We have countless sub-networks for all kinds of purposes, such as assembly lines of all kinds. But we also have another huge and spread network, the mass-produced storage. This one will manage all of the resources produced and processed in unlimited amounts, and it still uses different singularity cells. Most of our raw resources come from this Eye of Harmony. With its 200 million crystal array fabricators, it works with a 16,000 parallel multiplier, and it will produce about anything we could need. The biggest exception is probably rubble. This material is a weird thing that could be produced by fusing together 2 plates, but we are getting it as an ore from a space elevator. From a space elevator we are also pumping all kinds of fluids which we could need. Also we still have some void miners in the deep dark, just to integrate with any possible ore that can be seen in any eye. The ones we care about are processed in integrated ore facilities, while the rest is stocked up in yet another sub-network. To power all of that stuff, we are using the shield of the Grongian Annihilation Matrix. To fuel it, we use antimatter, 5 millions at a time, which will output energy in bursts of almost integer 64 energy units at a time. We store that energy in a wireless energy network, which has a really huge capacity. Our generator, to run, uses antimatter as fuel. To produce such fuel we use 24 semi-stable antimatter stabilization sequencers, and this is a multi-block with some peculiar requirements. The most important thing to know is that it needs the same amount of antimatter in each hatch and that it will keep randomly changing the value in its hatches. To keep it under check, we use SFM and a bunch of covers. And the production will also use some quite expensive materials to make a decent amount of antimatter. To boost the production, we also had to make a dedicated Natwar fuel production facility, all done with A2 hatches and sub-networks to reach high enough crafting speeds. For power generation we also have 100 Dyson spheres, but those are no longer loaded since the power production is negligible. And now we can step outside and start having a look at the machines in our base, starting from the light bulb on top of our main building, the Forge of the Gods. That huge thing is used to work materials at high temperatures. The main structure can host 4 different modules that can do different kind of tasks. The first one is just a better blast furnace. The second one acts more like a blast smelter, melting materials down to liquid form. The real advantage here is that we no longer need vacuum freezer. The third module can turn any element into plasma. This will offer alternatives to fusion recipes and often reduce the amount of needed steps. And we can also use it to make plasmas that fusion can't make. The last module can only make 2 recipes, magma matter and quark gluon. And the reason NEI looks weird on those 2 crafting recipes is because this is a really particular processing mechanic. To make magma matter, the machine will start by giving us 2 fluids. We have to calculate the difference, multiply it by 144 and give it back as plasma of the material of the tiny dust the machine also gave us. For the quark gluon, we start with some random elements and we have to send back plasma equivalent to 9 times what the machine gave us. The working speed and efficiency of all of those modules can scale up with the upgrades that we can unlock in a skill 3 inside the main controller of the structure. Those skills are unlocked by using graviton shards, points that are earned by reaching milestones in the usage of the machine. And this is not the only place where we have to face automation minigames. The other complex tasks are given by waterline. Here we have an 8-step process for filtering water, but let's see those steps one at a time. The first step is a clarifier, which will simply use filters to remove the big particles suspended in our dirty water. The second step is ozonation. We inject some ozone in the water to take out some of the contaminants that react with it. The only challenge here is to pick the right size of input hatch and keep it filled up. The next step is flocculation, which consists of adding some flocculant to aggregate and then collect suspended particles. And here things starts to get interesting, because we have to insert the flocculant in perfect multiplies for it to work properly. But it's not too hard. We can ensure the insertion of a perfect amount with a bunch of covers. Next we have to correct the acidity of our water in a pH neutralization plant. Here we will be adding some alkaline or acid stuff to correct the pH. To automate that process we can use the embedded pH sensors and some basic redstone control. Once we neutralize the pH of our water, we have to do some thermal cycles to ensure no weird stuff is left inside it. To do so, we blast it with helium plasma above the temperature of the sun and then cool it down to absolute 0. Here, to keep the temperature in check we use SFM with an external dummy item to keep track of the heat cycles. That will leave some ions in the water, so we have to use laser to shoot those out of our water. But we have to do it with different lenses in the correct order and with the correct timing. Luckily we have a sensor that will make swaps easy. Next we have the decontaminant degasser unit, which will have random made up issues just to add an extra challenge. This machine can't express its feelings properly. The best it can do is try to communicate with us in binary. So we hired another SFM controller to talk with her. Finally, we have the absolute baryonic perfection purification unit. That machine will fix every subatomical particle out of position contained in our water. To automate this, we have built a setup that will first prepare some quark releasing catalysts in a specific order and then, one by one, insert those inside the machine. But our redstone and automation challenges aren't done yet. We also had to manage black holes. This machine is mostly a powerful compressor, but there are some recipes that require a strength that only a black hole can achieve. To make this machine work, we first have to open a black hole inside it with a black hole seed. However, this black hole will slowly shrink, becoming less and less stable. To halt that process we can add some space-time to the machine, but the cost of space-time will keep increasing exponentially. And, when the black hole is at its most unstable phase, it will manage to compress 4 times as many items at once. And, when the upkeep cost becomes too high, we can close the black hole with a collapser. To properly manage all the different recipes we are going to do and the correct insertion of the items, we have designed the proper redstone circuit. We have 2 different ones, with different timer settings. And we also have 2 extra black hole compressors to passively make eternal singularities. Next we can check out the assembly lines. The oldest 14 are for generic craftings. Here we do all the recipes we need in small amounts. The data sticks with the unlocked recipes are kept in chained data banks that are connected by optical fibers. And here we have a collection of stuff we almost never craft and thus got removed even from this set of assembly lines. On the contrary, stuff we need often but is really hard to craft is made in the nearby advanced assembly lines. Here we use way more energy and we craft small batches of expensive stuff. And even with all of those overclocks it still takes a while to craft those time-intense parts. To manage the parallelization of the assembly line, we have a slightly more complex item feeding system which has an A2 sub-network for each slice of each assembly line. Overclocking isn't efficient, so for stuff that doesn't take as much time and we need in bigger amounts we have a different setup. We have 8 lines of 8 assembly lines, with each line sharing the same inputs. And those are almost always constantly crafting lots of things. But there was one thing which we needed in way bigger amounts that this setup wouldn't keep up with: circuits. For those we made 88 assembly lines sharing the same inputs. But even that still wasn't enough. The storage for our queued up craftings were constantly full. So we started making extra building dedicated to each circuit. The next thing that caused some inventory management issues were our dimensionally transcendent plasma forges. We have 60 of those. 36 of those are working on demand crafting provided by the crafting buffer linked in our base. The other 24 are passively doing stuff using the convergence module which otherwise we wouldn't be able to keep up with. Finally, there are many machines we had to build in huge amounts to keep up with the processing demands. Most of those don't have any particularly hard mechanic to showcase, so I think we can just fly around and have a look.
I'm gonna go AFK.
Why? Why do you want me to share the screen? Fine.
Hey, all Chris Bassett here, and I'll be doing a tutorial on how to use Joy2Key. So I'll be trying my best here. So here we go. So Joy2Key is it's a shareware that allows you to use joysticks or controllers to control Windows applications and web games. So say you have in my case, playing a game that has native controls for mouse and key. Right, I'm using the keyboard, using the mouse, but I really want to use a controller to play that game. Joy2Key's free, and it allows that in-between middleman, so you can do so. So Bing. Search up Bing, Joy2Key. I'll put a link in the description as well. And then you just come up here to this first option. Since this is free, there's a lot of spicy stuff out there, so double click that, make sure you're getting the right thing.
What?
You can download this tutorial will be on the current version. It looks like it's early, so it isn't working for old games. It's like you could and that's settings or anything, but make sure your control plug. But
should be able to find a chest with all of my equipment. If you want the minimap to be complete, I also included Java map files. Once you are ready, you can use the relocator to relocate to the base. Now, before you do anything, there are a couple of things you should know and check. The wireless energy battery is linked to a player. I don't know how it works in single player, but I assume you'd still have to join my network if you wanted to use wireless energy for any modification you could want to try. If the quest command doesn't work, you can just rebuild the controller of the main power generator. Just make sure it now has your name and to turn on wireless mode. One other thing you won't be able to use is AE2. In that case, rebuild a security terminal and then relink the wireless terminal. Next, sometimes, while loading backups, the water line could stop working. In that case, just turn on the main controller. Other times, the forge automations will get stuck. If that is the case, remove the fluids from the afflicted setup and reset the minigame. This rarely happens, so make sure it is stuck before being the cause of the issue. I probably forgot other things, just ask in the comments. Bye bye.
Baking good, Joe? Do you wanna play Tekken 2?
Everybody gonna come and around, let's get some mewing started. Get the boys got any exhibits to shake, we'll fill your riz up with it. Gonna make it rain, Coca-Cola, gonna riz you right back to detention. Pay attention to my yacht sentence, 16 bits of skibbity toilet. You fry just as harder, you meal, I'll riz up faster. I riz this for my pleasure, and this class suit.
Okay, do I have feeling that to play? Maybe. Baking good. Do you want to play Tekkit?
What?
Tekkit. I have Tekkit as CPU.
What that?
This.
What the fuck? What the hell is a ticket? Is it me? Yeah.
Do you want to play?
What is it?
It's a mod pack with Project E. Yes. It's Tekkit for 1.2.5 and Tekkit for 1.12.2.
Oh, shittings.
So do you want to play?
What?
Making good. Let's just get a shorter name. You got one.
Okay.
GQ.
Why did you warn me?
No, it's Cone.
Yeah, I know. Why did he warn
Brain
me?
rot.
What's wrong with brain rot? I just said blind brain rot, yo. Say you also send brain rot.
I'm just gonna say you got one. So Baking good. Do you want to play Tekkit 2?
What that?
Pretty much Tekkit 2 is like Tekkit 1 from an old ass version.
No, like what does Tekkit what does Tekkit do, like, specifically? Does it
It's a
have
mod pack.
quests? have
No class.
technology.
Technology, maybe some magic. That's some craft.
Okay.
There's Industrial Craft 2 and Industrial 4 going. I have a mod pack for you. F82.
By the way, I got repo.
What?
Do you know that one game with screaming people, like screaming robots?
I really don't know.
It's this one. Look. This.
Oh, Repo.
Repo.
I don't have it.
Wait.
Maybe Half-Life or something, but oh, no.
Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Ah, what the? Get in the car now! Leaving this town now! This isn't the car! Get in the car now! Leaving this town now! This isn't the car!
Homer drops his donut, dough. Homer spills his soda, dough. Homer hits the doorway, dough. Homer ruins his whole day, dough. Every little slip, every little pain, same old story again and again. Homer falls out of the plane, dough. Sun or shine or pouring rain, dough. No matter what, it ends.
On Earth was this man killed? What does all of this mean?
Be careful. If there wasn't a stand user here before, you can bet there's one here now.
Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Ah, what the? Impossible! This isn't the car! No! No! Val! Herman! Herman!
Hey, old man, what in the hell are you doing?
On Earth was this man killed? What does all of this mean?
Be careful. If there wasn't a stand user here before, you can bet there's one here now.
My name is Andrew Dingus.
Sour Patch,
Please try and do worse though. I need to.
Welcome to Very High. Very High. cautious super nelophobia.
I don't know where the last notebook is. He's coming this way right now. Hold on.
Welcome to Baldi's Basics for Infinite B Sodas. That's me.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to be playing Baldi's Basics but Infinite B Sodas. So this is a Baldi mod on Roblox that, you know, lets you have infinite B Sodas. Before I actually start, I did end up buying regular B Soda. It's because this game, it's Diet B Soda. It's just infinite Diet B Soda. And the game doesn't tell you that, but sorry. I did not know the story. Oh no, your friend forgot to come to school and grab his notebooks. He doesn't have time to get them because he has an eating practice coming up. You need to help him by finding his notebooks. Can you get... I can't read. Can you get them before his eating practice? This won't be easy, as Baldi likes challenging his students with random math problems. But File Name 2 does not like this at all, so he gave every single player an infinite B Soda. This made everyone mad and most left. However, someone's still here to try and get revenge. Good luck playing the game, and lastly, have fun. I struggled reading that, honestly. Alright, well, just get started. Choose your game mode. Hide and seek, endless, rerun. We'll just do hide and seek. Oh, I'm fast, okay. Let's see. So, legacy game modes. What's this? Okay, so, obviously legacy game modes. I'll just play...
I'm happy.
I love when people are like, oh, I look like your cat. I say, I look like my cat, that's my son.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she pronouns, and I'm... What do you think about the political climate of the world?
I think he really likes it.
Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Hey, don't run from the law!
Playing video games. I think that'd be really cool. Are you a good person to call for relationship advice, do you think? You think you're a good person to call? Fuck yeah?
Mix. Guys, check. Hey, can I have the Chex Mix? I bought it. Hey, you have no names. Look at this man.
Hey!
Where's the bridge gone?
You got a clutch, you got a brake, you got your throttle, you got your gear lever, AFR gauge, fan switch, steering wheel, you got all that?
Well, sir, do you work in finance? What? I want to have some questions for my video. Do you have some inspiring words for people starting young?
He's so close.
Problem. Problem. Problem.
What is good, everyone? You also can probably now use this as well. There we go. Yeah, 33 million should be plenty. All right, let's go to the nether. Actually, I think I probably want armor. All right, red matter suited up. All right, I've learned all the tools. All right, netherite. There we go. I think it'd be cool if the, what's it called? The gem armor used...
What?
Up to a lemonade stand, and he said to the man under the stand, "Hey, bomb, bomb, bomb. Got any grapes?
You want this mod pack?
Do you have any grapes?
Literally no. How the fuck do you get grapes?
Do you have any grapes?"
Why the dog? Why is it screaming dog?
Yeah. It's repoing everything.
I'm gonna go FK.
تعال يوسف إيه شو أحمر أحمر قرصني 2 مرات وعلي شو بريفيات جيم شو اسم ايدي عورني ليش لايف هذا قاعد صديقي قاعد ايه لايف شديد هذا روبلوكس هذا روبلوكس لا هذا شنو ما أدري تعرف شنو ما أدري أنا عارفة هذا يسوي بلا 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 أنت تقدر تتكلم انظر مو تقدر تبايد صديقك بعدين تقول بلا 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 بلو 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 You crashed your car. Oh la la, mamá, mamacita. Your car. Hello. Car. Stop. Car. It's my movie, my superhero movie. شوين هذا؟ شنو هذا؟ كان فوق حليب. شنو هذا؟ أوه
Money. Money.
What's it, nigga?
$9,000.
I need no nigga. Oh no, I damaged it. Hello? صنع الانترنت مايك. عندك مايك. Did that fucking door just move? Yeah. Oh shittings.
Oh, shittings.
قاعد تقول خطأ. Oh shittings.
Look, Bog.
Is there Bob up here? Bob up here, okay. Everyone's going to a studio. Oh shittings.
Oh, shittings.
What bro making? Your mother? Bro, what are you making? Bro, look at my screen.
What?
Oh shittings. Oh shittings. يسكر الخرا.
You're dead.
Nope. Nope.
You wanna play Tekken?
Not that, not. Click on us at first, please. Wait, they're back.
For fuck's sake.
Mr. Gorbachev, I'm pleased to report. I was playing Scrabble and I had a B, U, R, G, E, and R, and I thought, aha, burger, one who burgs. But my mom will never accept that as a word. But then I remembered burger is actually a word. One time I played the word AM and I thought they could totally let that slide because of AM radio and AM time. Then I remembered, Scrabble does things to your mind that you can never come back from.
Yo, Baking Gojo, can you play Tekken SMP?
What?
This my pack.
No, I haven't played it yet.
So when do you play it? When are we gonna play my pack?
Oh, gang.
Ebus BI. Baking Gojo, make a Discord.
Is that?
It's spin clockwise.
Why tell her that? We're not making progress.
Here I go.
Andre, I need you to focus and keep your eyes on.
I'm spinning. I can't focus on anything. It's like a spaceship.
I have princess rotation. You guys, we have a project.
1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot.
Oh, you think?
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
I accidentally destroyed my ex's new relationship by being too nice to her parents. My ex left me for her personal trainer after 3 years together. Classic story. Suddenly needed to work on herself and explore who she really was. Found out through Instagram they'd been together for months before our breakup. Whatever. I moved on. But here's the thing. Her parents and I stayed close. They run a small bakery where I'd helped every weekend for years. After the breakup, they insisted I keep coming by. They were like family to me. Every Saturday, I'd show up at 6 a.m. to help with the morning rush. Her dad taught me his secret sourdough recipe. Her mom would pack me extra pastries for the week. Normal.
Welcome to Very Bloody. Very Bloody.
Ebus BI.
I had to make sure my homie giraffe made it out alive, so I jumped on the zookeeper, sending her into a state of utter perplexity. Somehow, I found myself because she suddenly sensed my presence and hit the fastest 180 I'd ever seen. And, yeah, and this shit was just getting started. This thing gave me a rhino to hide with. Are you fucking kidding?
Are you gay? Sorry? Are you gay? Am I gay? Are you okay?
This woman said it said she was gonna sign and mind your business. We ain't friends.
We are friends. I bet you a piece of cinnamon toast we will be.
Big killer, get in here.
What's going on? Nothing special.
My bunk's a mess. I'm gonna get written up again and lose my watercolor privileges. This is the cleanest bunk I have ever seen.
What's that smell? It's potpourri. I made it with the dry flowers from the memorial for that lady who was stabbed in the shower the other day.
Well, it's lovely. Past inspection for once.
Hey, Lassie. Hi.
Baking Gojo.
Welcome to Very Lassie. Hi.
You should play Ava's BI.
Very Lassie. Hi. Welcome to Very Lassie. Hi. Very Lassie. Hi.
Sweep, sweep, sweep!
And fade room. I give up, man. I do so holy.
The woman trembling in front of him. I stepped closer and looked down at the shards scattered across the floor. My mother's guilt spilled out before I could speak. Desmond, I didn't break it on purpose. Faye Harding shoved me, and I lost my balance, and her voice cracked into a quiet sob. Faye shoved you? Something cold coiled in my chest. A possibility I didn't want to name. I didn't want it to be true. In my mind, Faye had always been reasonable, always understanding. Mom, don't be scared. If it was an accident, I'll pay for it. I pulled out my phone and called Faye. The line didn't connect. The manager's patience had already run out. Each word he threw at me was sharper than the last. Kid, you've been on that phone for minutes now. You done yet? The second he finished, every employee in the restaurant closed in around us. $13,030,000. You're nobody. How exactly do you plan on paying me back? So that was why they'd surrounded us. They thought we'd run. I lowered the phone and looked up at my mother. Mom, who ordered the food? Your mother did, obviously. Someone answered before she could. The voice belonged to exactly the person I'd been trying to reach. Faye. I turned toward the entrance. She stood in the doorway, one arm supporting Carrie, her expression completely blank. Your mother said she wanted to treat me to dinner. She handed me the menu and told me to order. If you don't believe me, ask the staff. Check the security cameras. That's right. This lady said she was treating the young miss to dinner, so the bill's on her. Nothing to do with anyone else. My mother's guilt deepened, her words tumbling out. Desmond, it's true. I did invite Faye to eat. You two
two were fighting over what happened with Carrie, so I asked her to tea so I could apologize. But she said she wanted French cuisine and brought me here. I couldn't read a single thing on the menu. It was all in a foreign language. So Faye ordered for me, the food, and bottle after bottle of wine. I had no idea anything here cost that much. The wine alone was more than I could fathom. With everything laid bare, there was nothing left I didn't understand. My mother had been set up by Faye. She wanted me to taste it for myself. That helpless agony of watching your own family be tormented right in front of you. Faye, can we talk? I was going to take her to the restroom and explain what had really happened that night. My fingers barely grazed her wrist before...
What?
Here is Andrew Tingus. Oh,
You
shit.
should try 8. That's a new marble. You can play it.
I think his name is Ender Dingus.
You should try Bi. You should try A plus BI.
Name is Ender Dingus.
My name is Ender Dingus.
Oh, shittingus. He's coming back.
Please try and do worse, though. I need to...
Divided by 0. Divided by 0. Divided by 0. Divided by 0.
At Basic Fit, everyone is unique.
Homer drops his donut dough. Homer spills his soda dough.
I'm touching it, yo.
When you get my pack.
Okay.
Everyone, get in the car. We're leaving this town now. Sir, what the? Get in the car now. Leaving this town now. This isn't the car.
Before she let out a...
For elimination, the operation will permit our operation. If Americans act against Afghan nation,
GTA was so serious.
But this is when bro installed some mods.
That's us trying to actually play a mod pack.
They shouldn't act against Afghan
This is when bro first downloads mods on Minecraft.
No, this is us trying to actually do a mod pack.
Nah, this is fling things in people.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Do you have a ticket? I have time on my face.
Ripi troppi borboloni. Tum tum sa.
I love NA.
Papa,
That requires 1 emerald which we didn't find while mining, but luckily, villagers' trades exist in that version, and that guy has a nice offer. We accept this quest from the guild hall and quickly proceed to fill it. And thus we have our thinker's table to tweak our armor. Inside that we can see our armor equipped modules and we can add, remove or edit them. The first thing we want is to add some plating so that it provides some protection. We quickly craft the material required for the upgrade and proceed into installing it into our armor. Next, we can choose how thick we want our plating to be. The more thick, the more protection we gain. But we also have more weight to carry around. Since we want to be well protected, we install it at maximum defense on each part of our armor. And the
So first I'll show you the game using my controller. See, I use my Steam program. Now I'm gonna install a virtual controller using the software called virtual controller and use the mouse as its smart speed. If you don't have virtual controller installed, download it from the link in the description and install it right away. But don't install it to C drive.
Why do I need all of this stuff for a controller? No, not a good version, actually. Okay. Nice. Is there a good way of producing this stuff? Having to go dig through it sounds so annoying. Yeah, I'm just yapping. If I keep playing this mod, I will keep yapping and complaining for no reason. Like, it doesn't tell me any. Okay, this one here now. I guess I'm going to work on this. So, I'm going to dark matter, red matter, and art. Okay, this point I might as well do that. And that should be correct.
Pneumatic tube at the top, I think, is how you get output. Okay. Yeah, send it to a compressor next.
I'm trying.
We got the Duke Mule in the corner here.
Just transmutate.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, you can't transmutate coal.
I have so much dark matter, so much EMC, and no coal.
Dude, maybe they fucking nerfed you off rip.
This might be the nerf version of EMC.
Yeah. What are you making, Michael? Honestly, like, no, actually, I'm so curious.
I don't even know. I just be crafting and shit.
I thought you were making like red matter or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, blockading the ground while eating is just like a vibe.
That is a vibe. Just 4 karambits, man. That is the perfect stem. Where's this Logan fella?
He's been in the shower for a long time.
He fell asleep in the shower.
Probably.
That's badass. Ooh, yes, dude. It's putting him in the deployer. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, is it working right now? Wait, no, turn it off. It's wasting seeds. It doesn't have bone meal.
For the first time in so long, it do.
Bro, were you guys building this the whole time?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
What's wrong with you? Get on the program, man. Word. Plant
I need
balls.
C table over here. This is actually an insane trap we got going on.
Yeah, we got all kinds of bullshit. We torture the wheat. We torture the wheat in a little cell. What? Chicken farmer. It is crucial that
It was one tick. It was one tick.
Are you sure? Wait, your red armor's so much better than my fucking dark matter armor. Shit, ugly as hell, dog. 0 damage.
Damn, bro, what the fuck is down here? What is all
You
this?
haven't seen this? This is the automatic EMC generator.
It's actually working?
Yeah, since it makes bones, we need to make the bones into bone meal for our situation.
It makes pre-bones?
Yeah.
Alexander Dingus. Oh, shit, dingus.
Baking Gojo. Do I play Tekken Classic or do I play Tekken SMP? Choose one.
I'll think about it.
Right back. Because the macerator takes 5 bone meal from 1 bone, it slowly makes 4 bones.
Yeah.
Like the bone meal is worth more than the bones.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm restarting my game with a VPN and seeing if it helps to do glitch.
We're getting to extraordinary circumstances.
Oh, I don't have a VPN anymore. Okay, I'm not
Just start updating all your games on Steam at once. Uninstall and reinstall Baldur's Gate. Where are you going, man? Michael's gone forever.
Getting lava. I didn't want to walk that far.
I have lava. Whoa, you can do it vertically with this shit?
Yeah.
Wait, do it again. Yeah, it did it. Pulled one. Did it take it? It took it. It took it. It's going.
Wait, it's like perfectly timed.
I have a compressor as well.
Let's go.
Wait, are we almost Minecrafted?
I think so.
The last thing is we gotta figure out how we get the items out of this crafter.
This is super good.
Oh my goodness. Wow, we're 98% there right now. We just need the compressor. Once we get it to craft, we're set.
So I think like the red things each represent a different spot on the crafting table. I think. Hello?
Logan, take a bong rip.
That's over. Later.
It's over what?
Do you think we can still output items if it's right there?
Did I fuck that up? Oh, boom, I'm scooping them out already.
Yep, I'm collecting them. Okay, so now we need...
A pneumatic.
They're going into the compressor.
Oh, they're going into the wrong slot.
I'm so close.
Wait, I fucked it up again.
Wait, dude!
Oh my god, oh my god.
I have the red!
I'm so sorry. I'm so bad, bro. I'm so bad. Fuck me.
Logan, what are you doing?
What the fuck?
Logan!
I'm fixing it.
Okay. What the hell did
I kill monkey.
What did he do?
Mike pulled up his desk.
I can dupe solar panels easily now, like super easily.
Okay, yeah.
100% success rate. Here's a stack of solar panels.
I'm so stupid, bro.
What?
Oh my god, I did it again.
Dude!
Wait, let me just dupe whatever you're making, like infinite times so far, so that's not regret.
What a mean mod, holy.
What did I
My
miss?
dumb little brain.
We're about to finish.
We're almost done, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I missed pretty much everything.
Yeah.
We just need power now.
I got so many solar panels.
Hey guys, it's technically not fully automatic.
What do you mean?
Because the bone meal farm is run off a full generator.
Oh, we can make that.
Solar panel as well.
Yeah, we can make this.
Oh, yeah,
solar
real.
panel.
It's working.
Let's go. We have to make this solar.
This one is not working.
Now it's working. Yeah, it's power now. I connected all of them.
Nice. I don't think any of these are working.
Holy shit, we're done.
Do you have any fuel cells for your jetpack? No, I use my solar helmet.
I
need to run off a diesel.
I don't think any of those solar panels are helping.
Let's go.
This is our official chest.
Yeah, we gotta do the walkthrough.
Yep.
Holy solar panels outside though. What the heck? You see that?
Yeah, Sam gave me 2 stacks, so I just went crazy.
Oh,
They're all connected. They're all connected.
Oh, even then, it's still struggling.
Are you serious?
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
it's flashing.
How do we fix?
Diagnose.
Did you one last Google search?
Yeah, Logan wants to smoke. He's been in the shower for 45 minutes. Looking at his
Even
shit.
God knows what.
Blowing his shit up. Listing a net.
Wait, why is it not working? What's wrong?
Yeah, this is like way less solar panels. Should we just copy it exactly?
Yeah, my hands are off my keyboard. I'm defenseless.
Wait, nothing's working.
Sam, did you actually EMC everything?
Yeah, you have nothing left.
You're actually gonna kill
Wait,
me.
I got you some. What the fuck? Oh.
Oh my god, I did it.
He did it.
No way.
Yes. Well, we can do this overview now. Wait. We're just beating each other to death. Can we
Wait,
explain
ow.
our mechanism
We
here?
gotta start the boner meal.
Yeah, boner meal.
Oh,
We're
You
just
said
killing
leave me out of
boss.
the loop.
Wait, stop!
Boss, hello. Anyone who wants to join the tour, but we should
Wait,
just do
that's
it.
working.
Wait, I'm not ready for the
Please,
tour.
knock back. Get out of here.
Wait, I'm not ready either.
Bro, we literally are done.
Wait, look quick though.
What could you possibly be making? What are you two making? Okay, let's just do it without.
Wait, no, I'm so close. I just want to make the last item before it's over and we're all getting off.
For fuck's sake. Let's do the fucking tour, man.
Wait, can I come?
No, you're banned.
We've been done for like half an hour.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ.
Last
Yeah,
leap.
lastly, automatic compressed plant generator. You did this, Travis. Do a little rundown.
You gotta point out each individual like.
Each
furnace,
block.
too.
Just say what it is.
All right,
It's
so over here we have a solar panel that provides power to this macerator, which is the big.
Hello, what is up? Welcome back to another video. This took
Guess what?
What?
Kicking butt.
Everyone, get in the car! We're leaving this town now! Ah! What the? Get in the car now! Leaving this town now! This isn't the car! Get in the car!
I am Sneakers O'Toole. Sneakers O'Toole. Sneakers O'Toole. Sneakers O'Toole. I am Sneakers O'Toole. I am not taking my sneakers off.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I am not taking my sneakers off. I'm not taking my sneakers off. I'm not taking my sneakers off. I didn't take my sneakers off. I am Bill Sneakers O'Toole.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hi. Let's play. You got it. Oh. You take me to it. Take me to it, son of a bitch. Take me to it. Come on. Go, 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 go.
Why, bro? We were having a moment.
Ma'am would like to call you concerning your car's extended warranty. Ma'am.
Udah.
It's inside.
Vanishing effect? Unfortunately, no. So here, even though we have a permanent vanishing buff, it still relies on the ability's mechanics of having a 1 second cooldown. And it only works at night. But one benefit of having a permanent vanishing effect is that it does work around the requirement of needing to lose line of sight. So essentially, if you have permanent vanishing, you just have a damage buff that refreshes every 1 second, when it's nighttime. How would you get permanent vanishing? I'm not going to go through it in too much detail, but firstly, this would only be possible in Old Mod 10. You need a Purify from Evilcraft, and you need to provide the Purifier with blood and a glass bottle. And if you stand on it, it can put a potion effect into a potion. And then with any combination of buffs that increase potion duration that you can get from Wixie Thread, Wixie Familiar, Creo Tombstone, Johnny's Rings, or Occultism Demonic Partners, cycling between consuming the potion and using the Purify to put it back into a potion can extend any potion duration to the point where you can put it into an infusion pylon. Also, specifically with the Scarf of Invisibility, remember that interacting with anything will cause it to cancel the vanishing effect, which includes using a potion filter. So when the time comes to use the potion filter, you need to remove the scarf, use the potion, and then use the potion filter. Constellation, this is just free damage. When you take damage, it has a chance to spawn a star. The only thing that really needs explaining is that when multiple stars spawn, they'll have these lines that connect each other. If something crosses the line, it inflicts tremor. And this seems to make things unable to use their hands. So essentially, they become disarmed. Starfall, now this is the big bonus damage. You have a 75% chance to create a falling star that does 500% damage of the original damage dealt, and that damage gets dealt in an area. Do note that it does say summoning a falling star from the sky. So that means that this only works if you have open sky above you. At the max rank, instead of disappearing when it hits the ground, the star has a chance to bounce, which means it can fall again and deal more damage. And apparently after falling, it has the same chance to bounce again. So in theory, apparently it's possible for a star to just keep bouncing forever. These next few aren't insane for damage, but for those of you who are trying to form some kind of lawyer, I'm trying to keep in mind slots that we haven't used yet. So it's essentially free damage. So something you probably wouldn't expect, night vision goggles. So these actually work well with the Midnight Mantle, and they give you 250% increased damage while you're in darkness. I wanted to bring up the reflective necklace since I haven't mentioned the next slot. So in the way the Midnight Mantle generates projectiles from you dealing damage, this instead generates projectiles from you taking damage. And on the surface, it does seem like free damage. But however, the fact that it relies on you taking damage, if we're running immortality, we're not actually going to be taking any damage. So that would make it so this relic wouldn't work at all. And saving the best to last, by far the most busted relic for damage, Johnny's Ring. Yes, those stat boosts absolutely insane. The kinds of stats that get boosted, crit chance, crit damage, current HP damage, although we're going to need something with these stats to see how much benefit we're really getting. So right now we've got 4 Johnny's Rings equipped, and I've got some of the most pathetic weapons that I could find. We've got a 2 damage wooden knife, and this is an example sword. So bad that you can't even make it, but it deals 1 damage. And so we've gone ahead and given them the apotheosis treatment. For stats, we've given them crit chance, crit damage, and current HP damage. And for gems, we've got 4 perfect gems of the Warlord. Now if we actually hold one of these weapons, you can see now that combined with Johnny's Rings, those 3 stats are pretty much maxed out, except for crit chance, but that one's basically there. And take a look at the kind of damage we can deal. Here's another example of our 1 damage sword in action. To truly understand the potential, we need to dive into a more practical example. But first, let's take a look at Johnny's other abilities for damage. Pride is very similar to the Pocket Pistol, but it gives you more damage for being above your opponent, and you'll instead take more damage being below them. For most fights, I'd say that you'd either be on the same levels whatever you're fighting, otherwise it's more likely that your enemy will be above you if it flies. However, if you were to use bunny hoppers as part of your strategy, that would mean that we're nearly always going to be above our targets. But also if you're not worried about dying, this would just be free damage. Envy allows you to deal more damage if your target has more HP than you. This really only applies if you're fighting really tanky bosses, and you can further take advantage of this if you're trying to keep your HP low because of the Crystal Heart immortality strategy. Otherwise, most things are probably going to have less HP than you, and so most of the time, this is probably not going to do much other than make you take more damage. Sloth, even though this isn't a damage ability, I had to bring it up because it's just so bad that you should never unlock it. With how fast you become from Gluttony, the increased damage you take is just ridiculous. Wrath, this activates in a similar way to Feral Claws, as they both buff you if you land your attacks within a 5-second window. So similar Similarly, this works well with a strategy that involves spamming attacks. Specifically with how this ability works though, when you attack, it starts a 5-second window. If your next attack is within the first half of the window, you get extra damage. More damage the closer it is to the start
Yeah,
of the window.
bro.
If your attack is within the second
What?
half, you'll actually deal less damage. But if your next attack happens outside this 5-second window, then it's just a normal
what's it
damage. Also,
called?
these attacks will open up a new window.
I need to. I'm gonna mute for a while because I need to go shower.
Blah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disconnect from call. I'm just gonna mute.
I
So
hate this.
also, guess what?
What? Hey. Can you please
Bro.
check the SMP afterwards? What?
I'm gonna go shower. So
Okay.
yeah, niggers.
Now for the
Just
practical example,
stupid
we're
nigger.
also going to be answering one of the questions we haven't answered yet. And so we're going to be revisiting my Ars video with fighting the Chaos Guardian. Now I won't be going over things that I already went through in that video, so I'd recommend watching that one if you need some context. And so the question we're answering is, how does this fight work without the Rage Glove? So just about everything I've mentioned up until this point can be used to help us boost our damage. But for the important parts, our replacement for the Rage Glove, we're going to be relying on the Feral Claws to make sure most of our projectiles can actually do damage. But we're also going to be using Johnny's Rings, because they're just too good. With Johnny's Rings, I'm running Envy, Wrath, and Gluttony. You can also run Pride if you're going for a bunny hop strategy. But the main part about this is no sloth. Now if you recall, part of the main strategy for increasing our damage output revolves around increasing our crit. So here I've got the exact same gear setup from my Chaos Guardian video. So if I hold our gear properly, we're maxing out on a lot of stats that we're using for damage. Crit chance, crit damage, arrow velocity, but we also get a bonus to our stats that we didn't previously have a way to buff. Spell crit, 832 spell power. Actually, I forgot to add the spell power thread. But just to demonstrate, so with absolutely no buffs, our projectile harm spells dealing 1.9 damage. If we equip 4 Johnny's Rings, our damage goes up pretty quick. If you pay attention to the particle effects, you'll see that most of these are crits. On the off chance we don't crit, we can see that our base hit is around 25. Also without any gear, we don't have any base spell power, so we're not getting the Johnny's Ring buff for this at all. So with our spell power gear equipped, this is our damage without Johnny's Rings, and this is our damage with Johnny's Rings on top. Oh, and we can't forget the red spell loadout. Those are some numbers. And as a bonus, I've also modified our spell a tiny bit just to help with lag, because if you couldn't tell, this spell is gonna lag. Firstly, remember that this spell doesn't have a form glyph because it's going on our crossbow. So the first change is I've opted to use Pierce glyphs and cut back on some of the projectiles. Pierce is also just effective because the Chaos Guardian's a chunky boy. But more importantly, at the beginning I've added a filter. This means that the part of our spell that generates all of those projectiles doesn't get triggered unless our spell hits our target. So now you're not gonna generate a ton of lag when you miss your shots. So let's see how our new setup does against the Chaos Guardian. Alright, same deal as before. We're gonna shoot a break spell to break some of these iron bars that are protecting the crystal, and swapping to our bubble spell. That takes care of all the crystals. We're gonna have to wait out this first phase. Moment of truth. One shot. That was my first attempt as well. I told you guys Johnny's Ring was busted. And just for funsies, I tried this again without Feral Claws. Well, that didn't work. Oh, don't die to the death laser. Wait, I guess it does work. I couldn't find any stats in the list of attributes that would cause this, but Johnny is apparently just built different. That being said, I tried it a few more times for consistency. And even with Feral Claws, sometimes he gets one shot, sometimes it takes a few shots. But that also depends on where you hit him. So the weakness for the Chaos Guardian is supposed to be the head. And I find that it can work as long as you shoot it straight on from the front or from the back. Oh, and quick side note, it was actually found out that if you time the bubble spell right, if you cast it just as the last crystal spawns, the Chaos Guardian will actually spawn without any shields. And his shields are the part that make him so tanky. So taking him down becomes light work. Oh man, now this was one hell of a video to put together. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I guarantee you, you will not find
Gaming.
Do you want to see what my cat doing? You see what?
So the touch lamp is working with the cat's nose. Cause the cat is connected to the light. I ain't never seen some shit like this.
Good thing we got this net to keep you out of there. Do not.
I'm panicking, Julian. La 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 la.
Here's my honest attempt at playing. Here's my honest attempt at. Ow, 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 ow. Of course I have a kitty cat. Oh, she, this is not good. Baby, put it away. Was she rejected from art school? Kitty cat, put it down. Stop. No, not 9. Put it down. No, down. No, it's not good. We have to put her down. It's over.
Короче, вот эта вот штука.
Oh my god, my Shayla, my Shayla. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Please.
How do I tell him without hurting his feelings? But that is, oh my god, in fact, tearing my skin away from my body. These are thin leggings. Whoa, holy brother, holy that dude. I love you. Oh my god, whoa, that hurts so bad, dog. Oh my god, he just doesn't give a shit.
I can't even take one of them outside without Miss Jealous over here. She get did it.
Alright, finally then, the nether. Which always takes ages to generate for me. Is it the replay mod that causes that? I don't know. But eventually it generates, and there's all kinds of weird stuff here. Trees, for example. Those are cool. There's lots of new stuff to point the thermometer at. There's also this blue stuff in the floor. I'm not sure what it is right now. I can't mine it with my diamond pickaxe, but I'll figure that out later. I'm here for glowstone anyway, so let's go get some. About 10 minutes later, I've got my glowstone, and I have no idea where I am. I have no idea where the portal is either. Huh. I really should have marked it. By some miracle, though, I do find it again. Spawning in that tree made it pretty hard to spot from a distance. So now I can get out and make some lamps. No more torches inside of the tower. Civilized. But of course, what I actually needed glowstone for was to make niter, a commonly used item in Thalcraft. I plopped my cauldron out front since it needs a constant heat source underneath it, which didn't feel like a good idea in my wooden tower. And once the water was boiling, I threw in some glowstone and opened up my I just threw my Thalanomicon into the cauldron as well. Screw it, I'm going to bed. In the morning I made the slightly rogue decision to go out and lure home some chickens for company. Yeah, for company. It's lonely here. I should find someone to do an SMP playthrough with sometime. Subscribe to see that! Maybe, if it ever happens. Right, anyway, with that problem solved, with not having chickens a problem, whatever, I want to go check out this pirate ship that's near the base. I'm pleased to say that everyone in here is indeed a pirate, as indicated by the constant "arr" spat. That means it's okay for me to kill them because I'm LARPing as a privateer for the Navy, you see. But after being slightly exploded by a trap war, the magical ghost pirates start swarming me. This isn't quite our first introduction to monsters with rare modifiers like these pirates have. Weakness, cloaking, and fiery. I have fought some magical guys before, but I've never seen multiple of the same magical guys spawn. This seems kind of odd. With the fiery mod, of course, they set me on fire. But when would you have guessed that they do that? Because if you guessed when they attack me, you'd be right. But also, confusingly, when I attack them. This is, in my humble opinion, very annoying. And also, didn't I just enchant my boots with fireproof? Does that not mean what I think it means? Anyway, it doesn't matter, there's water here, so problem solved. Slowly. Very slowly. Weakness means that they afflict me with weakness, funnily enough, so I also don't do very much damage to them. The horde of magical invisible fiery pirate men collectively dropped a gilded ender shield, which does something, maybe. After fighting through a frankly suspicious number of pirates, like where are they all sleeping in this boat, I make it into their melon storage. A tasty boon that will sustain me as I fight through roughly a billion more pirates, including more weakness-inflicting cloaking fireballs. For some reason, I don't know why there's so many of these guys. Some of them have spears as well, which is annoying. Only I should be allowed to wield such power. It's unfair when enemies have it too. Anyway, I kind of feel like I'm going to need something better than a diamond sword. And there is such a thing, believe it or not. We'll work on that soon, but for now I did press on because thankfully Minecraft isn't exactly known for its enemies' AI. Unfortunately, I'm not known for my player AI, and as a result I am dead. So to help combat my lack of brain power, I indulged in the time-honoured tradition of compensating with firepower. This time bringing with me my gat. And whilst it does a pretty good job at hitting enemies from a safer distance, it doesn't actually do much damage. I mean, granted, I'm just using regular iron ammo, but still. Anyway, eventually I make it to the captain's quarters where I find the man himself, shining magic. After initiating combat, I find that he turns invisible, poisons me, and also sets me on fire, and also takes very little damage. Alrighty then. Point take.
I'm so evil. Yeah, right, buddy. It's past your bedtime.
What? No!
Stop rolling in the dirt. Gross. Stop it.
Y arrastrar.
Can you hit each other?
Kind of scary, yeah.
Theory, you're terrifying theory.
The blinker is going to make this more difficult. I was doing alright before this.
No, no.
We're doing Sky Grid, High Grid. Everyone is here except for not everyone. We're waiting on Travis and Logan, but they'll be here later. I'm gonna read off the rules and then we're gonna go do a pregame, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to Sky Grid. Shout out Seth Bling. Let me link and let's smoke a blunt together, Seth Bling. Pregame number 1, obviously. Number 2, needed on this kind of map is a cobble jam. That's my second priority. Third is a house of some sort, a base, some place with a roof over our head, some lighting maybe, an enchant table. I feel like that's possible. And this is an interesting one. If you find a bonus chest, you're first to get the loot, you can apply a bonger to someone else of your choice.
Okay.
Boss, you're gonna be taking so many risks.
Oh my god. But you have to get back to the base alive, silly.
Wait, what?
If you get the bonus chest, you have to get back home alive. You can't just jump around, steal all the chests, and die.
Wait, I see diamonds.
Okay, then we have to make a farm of every crop we can find. Then we have to go to the nether and create a mob farm. I think they're spawners, so that'll count. And then obviously we have to go to the end and win, and that's the end game.
Dude, we can do this in like 20 minutes.
Alright,
Okay.
speedrun. Pre-game. Pre-game! Hi, Sam.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I think we can start.
I think we go, right?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, oh, let's start.
Remember, you gotta double tap that W key.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some wood, I guess. Because the question is, how do I get back up, you know?
I don't know. Gonna have to get one.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 3. If you guys remember last episode, we made that giant ball of energy back there, and I'm going to show you a bit of how much power that we made. But, first of all, I want to say that I'm finally back from my break. I'm finally back and I'm quite a lot, I'm pretty